Hello, it's Film Frenzy, and last night the 25th annual Screen Actors Guild Awards aired. So today I'm here to recap the awards and give my take on them, along with how it contributes to the Oscar race. So let's get right into this analysis. The SAG Awards, not really a big fan, to be honest. They got some things right, but a lot wrong. I'm mostly going to talk about the film portion of the SAG Awards rather than the TV. So I'll just quickly brush through the TV ones now. Also, I want to say I did predictions beforehand, and out of my 15 predictions, I only got 5 correct, which is really unfortunate, but I don't know, there's just definitely a lot of surprises, so it makes sense that I got so many wrong. So let's start with the stunts for TV. It was Glow, that one, actually, which is kind of interesting because it's not like a super action one, but it's like one where they do all these dance routines, I think. I'm not very familiar with the show, but I know it's an 80s set show. Cast for a comedy was Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and that was actually interesting because the first 3 awards of the night were actor in a comedy, TV, actress in a TV comedy, and cast in a TV comedy, and Marvelous Mrs. Maisel won all 3 of those. So it's pretty crazy that one entity, one TV show, won the first 3 awards of the night. And from everything I've heard, it totally won those completely deservingly because I've heard it's just really well acted, really funny, and just an excellent show. So I have no problem with that whatsoever. I was just surprised that it won all 3 of the awards it swept, which is really impressive. Cast for a drama was This Is Us. That was surprising because usually it's not like one of the regular network shows. And I'm not sure I don't think This Is Us has won before. It's always been nominated, so it was nice to see because my family loves the show. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan, but it does have a wonderful cast. Actress in a drama was Sandra Oh. That was same as with the Golden Globes. That one made sense. She's been winning both of them for her performance in Killing Eve. Actor in a drama was Jason Bateman for Ozark. This one's interesting because he's been nominated a ton of times for Ozark, but this is actually his first time winning. And I didn't predict that because he has not won so far still, which is pretty crazy. So it's nice to see him win because he's a phenomenal actor in all the movies I've seen him in. And I'm sure he's a great job in Ozark. I've heard a lot of great things about that show. Actress in a miniseries was Patricia Arquette, actually. So not Patricia Clarkson for Sharp Objects, like she won for the Golden Globe. So again, another one that was different. And then for actor in a miniseries, Darren Criss won for The Assassination of Versace, that miniseries, and he also won at the Golden Globes. So there's very few actually correlations between the SAG Awards and the Golden Globes. There was definitely a lot of disparity, which is interesting to see how much the SAG Awards frayed. And then going to the movies, I feel like there's also a lot of fraying. It was so different between the SAG Awards and Golden Globes, so that really, really leaves a questionable Oscar race. So let's get into it. I'll start with the stunts for the movie, and somehow Mission Impossible Fallout did not win, which is just who was voting? That's the most obvious choice ever, but Black Panther won. I mean, it had good stunts, but this is Mission Impossible Fallout we're talking about. They literally did a real-life Halo jump. That's ridiculous. But besides that, we got lead actress, Glenn Close won. That was one of the few ones that was the same for Golden Globes and this. She was excellent in it. I would have preferred Melissa McCarthy, but I'm very happy for her to win nevertheless. And it looks like she has a really good shot at winning the lead actress for the Oscars, which is pretty awesome. She did a great job in her role. It was a really excellent movie, The Wife. I was a big fan. And again, it's just coming to the Oscar season and just the season in general, we all thought Lady Gaga was going to win, so it was really surprising when Glenn Close won the Golden Globes, and now again at the SAG Awards, so I think that really cements her for an Oscar win unless there's a big upset. Supporting actor, same thing. Mahershala Ali won very deservingly. I loved his performance in Green Book. He won at the Golden Globes, and here he's definitely going to win the Oscars. I did think it was weird though that Timothée Chalamet, he was nominated for supporting actor at the SAG Awards and at the Golden Globes. Though he's clearly a lead in his film, I would have really, really liked to see him nominated for the lead actor because I think he could have been. I actually would have wanted him to win for lead actor. He was amazing in Beautiful Boy. Not a big fan of the movie, but his performance, and so is Steve Carell's. They're both phenomenal, and it's just really unfortunate that neither of them are even nominated whatsoever at the Oscars. They completely shut that movie out. Anyway, lead actor. This is the only other one that was the same as the Golden Globes, and Rami Malek won for his performance as Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. He won for Best Actor in a Drama at the Golden Globes, and I predicted that Christian Bale was going to win for this because he won Best Actor in a Comedy, and it really seemed like Christian Bale would win. They loved his transformative performances. I wanted Rami Malek to win personally, so I was really, really happy with that, and it looks like now that he's won both of those, he's definitely going to win the Oscar unless something upsetting happens, just like with Glenn Close and Mahershala Ali. I thought that was very interesting because I thought that Christian Bale definitely had down the bag. They always vote for Christian Bale. He seems like just like an Oscar and like award season favorite. And Rami Malek is very new to the movie conversation, but it's cool to see a newcomer getting all of this hype. And finally, my last two, supporting actress. I don't know what happened here. So there's two very clear choices in my opinion, and those are Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz for their performances, both in The Favorite, which is a phenomenal movie, and they were so excellent in it. So is Olivia Colman for lead actress. And neither of them won at the Golden Globes. Regina King won for If Beale Street Could Talk, but for some reason If Beale Street Could Talk was completely shut out of the SAG Awards. I haven't seen it yet, but it's Barry Jenkins. I'm sure it's excellent. Regina King's a great actress, so I didn't really have a huge problem with her winning at the Golden Globes, but Emily Blunt won here, and I actually have seen Quiet Place, and I'm not a big fan of the movie, and her performance was good and all, but I didn't even think it deserved being nominated, and I think that was reflected in the Oscars, as she wasn't nominated neither for lead actress or supporting actress. As for the SAG Awards, she was nominated for lead actress for Mary Poppins Returns for some very strange reason, and supporting actress, and even one supporting actress for A Quiet Place. So again, a big disparity between the SAG Awards and the Oscars this year, which really throws off everybody's predictions for the Oscars, but it was just very strange. Like, her performance was good and all, but, and like, it was nice that she was like, you know, portraying all these like mannerisms without any lines. It was impressive. I think that's more of like a direction feat that like John Krasinski pulled off. And she was good with like the bathtub scene, of course, was the big one. She was very good in that. She was definitely like the big acting star of the film. But I really didn't think it even compares to other actresses like Rachel Weisz or Emma Stone. So that was really unfortunate and just a huge shocker. And it's kind of strange because it's an automatic difference between SAG and Oscar because she's not even nominated. Finally, the big award of the night. What happened here? These last two, Jesus Christ, what happened? So, to start off the nominations, I wasn't really a big fan of like any of them. Like Bohemian Rhapsody was my top pick, and I'm not even like a huge fan of Bohemian Rhapsody. I just like the movie a good amount. And I thought the nominations weren't great, but it was just really odd to see Black Panther win because it's a great visual movie and it's a solid story. It's a very good superhero movie. But I don't think it deserved any of these nominations for the award season besides like technical and musical stuff. And it somehow won for Best Cast. I mean, this is like acting. Like the actors did solid performances, but nothing like that blew me away or anything. Like very few superhero movies blew me away. I would have actually liked to see Infinity War maybe nominated for Best Cast, still not win. Personally, what I would like to see win, like even though it wasn't nominated, is something like, I don't know, The Favorite, or even like Can You Ever Forgive Me, but those aren't really big cast movies. I feel like there wasn't a lot of great ensemble films this year, which is probably why films like Black Panther were able to get nominated, but it was just very odd to see it win, and that leaves the question, does that increase its chances for winning Best Picture at the Oscars? My vote is no. I really can't see that happening, because SAG Awards doesn't have like a Best Picture nomination, so this is their big award of the night. But Best Cast and Best Picture are two very, very different things. And Black Panther did have a massive ensemble, so it kind of makes sense, even though it was more quantity than quality in my opinion. So I think definitely it helps a little bit with Black Panther's chances of winning Best Picture, but I still think it's far behind some of the other films. Like, I think the ones that are in the best position to win Best Picture at the Oscars are films like Green Book, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Roma, and maybe Vice. So, thank you for watching. As you can tell, I was satisfied partially but then very, very annoyed on the other aspects of the SAG Awards. Thank you for watching this recap. Make sure to stay tuned for more award season coverage as I do my Oscar predictions, and then I'll also do a recap of the Oscars. Plus, very, very shortly, I'll be dropping my 10 most anticipated films of 2019. Make sure to check out that video by liking and subscribing to Film Frenzy. Comment down below your thoughts on the SAG Awards and this award season as a whole. So thank you for watching. This is Film Frenzy, signing off. Bye.